Family, it's Slimsa here at Ngozi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. With me today, I have Claudia Pasa. How are you, Claudia?
Hello, Nomsa. I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you.
How is everything?
Everything's fine. It's fine. I'm excited as well to go into the topic and to see what we both got here together.
Awesome. So the topic today is the universal law of assumption, acting as if it's already happened. So on this video, we are going to share how to make your own assumptions work for you, and the anniversary of assumptions, acting as if things have already happened. And this law is the key concept in personal success, and it can be applied to all areas of your life. Over to you, Claudia. I'm sure our audience will love to know why you chose this topic and what was on your mind when you chose this topic. Please.
Yeah, I wanted to come together as well with you today and just like to share as well a bit our experiences and how you and I have both been able to manifest as well the life we are living right now, and then if we go on YouTube and TikTok and as well the internet and so on, years ago it's been all about the law of attraction, just the law of attraction, and you didn't even hear about the other laws, right? But just now recently things have been changing and people are writing more and more stuff as well about the other laws in regards to which are important to bring the things we desire into our reality, basically to manifest or to actualize the desires into our reality. So, and one of them is the law of assumption. So the law of assumption, basically compared to the law of attraction, is like the law of attraction, I'm sure we have heard at this stage, it's like that things we think create our reality, like the thoughts and the things as well, the thoughts mainly as well. And by like going into the feeling as well, into the high vibration of the feeling of the thought as well, so that the universe basically is very reflects us back, the state, and that we are able as well to actualize. I like to use this word, manifesting is a bit more known, the desire into our life. And with the law of assumption, it's basically as well that we assume that the desire, the wish is already ours. It's already meant to be for us, and we assume it as well. And basically as well, it's done, we set the intention as well, it's done. And then we stay in this feeling of assuming and expecting it as well on some level. Obviously, it's always important not to be like too attached, because if we are too attached onto something and we have this, I need this thing, feeling, energy, this is repelling, and this doesn't actually work with anyone. I mean, just think of the situation as well with a partner in the past or something, dating, and you had the feeling, I need this man or woman in my life, and just this basic energy, it repels people. And so it is as well with our dreams and desires, so it's all about like to finding the balance as well, that we can be without it as well. It doesn't, so that we don't have the need of this, because when we need something on some level as well, it signifies always some lack, and lack is not the right way to bring the things into our in our reality. What did you find out, or what's your knowledge about the law of assumption?
The law of assumption, I love the law of assumption. For me, how I will apply, every person as an individual, they apply it how based on their beliefs. And for me, I agree with Bob Proctor's system that he used, how, because, like what you were saying as well, Claudia, if we want things to come to pass, we have to believe in the unseen world in our mind. And then when we believe in the unseen world, then we will start connecting with what we desire in life. But as long as we are not coming in a place of where we give up, we want things to happen, but then we give up because that time where we expect it to happen, we give up, but then we think that things, they're never going to happen. So if you believe, the law of assumption, it works in a different ways. For me, I believe in God, that when you ask something, regardless of the time, where the time is gonna, how long time is gonna take, it will happen eventually, as long as you don't give up. That's how I believe, that when you want something really, really bad, you have to keep believing. But I don't agree with the people when they're looking for a man, where some coaches say you have to go and find the teddy bears, and believe that sleep with the teddy bear in your bed, and believe that that teddy bear is your husband, that he has come to pass. I don't believe in that. So for me, I believe if, like, someone is single, and the law of assumption acting as the things that has happened, is to believe is that thing where we call it a non-deserved miracle. Just to say, you know what, like as a Christian, I say, God, you know my life, you know what I've been through, but give me a miracle that I don't deserve. And then that means I'm asking for big miracle. And then I have to believe that I have received that miracle. I then have to work at the same time for it. I have to prepare myself. My character has to align with what I'm asking for. My personality has to align with what I'm asking for. If I'm asking for business, maybe let's say sales, in order for me to actually believe that this thing has happened, I'm still going to have to do the process of sales. What does a salesperson do? So you have to do all the work that is required without giving up. If that time, let's say you don't get the sales that you want in your heart, there cannot be second thoughts, or there cannot be doubts. If you are looking for sales, let's say you say, I want to make 50 grand a week, or I want to make it maybe $500,000 a year. So you have to believe that it has happened. God has granted that wish to you. And when you believe that, you still have to do what is it required for you to reach those goals. It doesn't just happen. I'm trying to explain to our audience so they don't say, okay, I watched that video and they said the law of assumptions acting as if you already have it, but I'm acting as I'm already had it, but it has not come to pass. So there are process through it, there are characters that it needs to require. It means you cannot doubt your breakthrough. If you believe that this is already happened, it means you have to act like it, walk like it. If you are a single woman, if you are a man who is single, walk like it, talk like it. Go to the supermarket where you will find your wife. You believe that where your wife shops, maybe they go to Chanel shops, or they go to all these makeup shops. Go there, be prepared to chat to women. If that's what you desire, because you believe it has already happened. God has already granted you that wish, the universe. But if we act in doubt, Claudia, do we get what we want?
No, because doubt as well is a bit like putting a brake again on it, yeah. So on one, so you have the foot on the gas pedal, one, but the other one is on the brake, so each time we believe this thought, the doubt as well coming up, and we believe it. It's a bit like putting again a brake on, the desire for it to come to into the reality. And the thing is as well, I like to point out as well that we have our beautiful subconscious mind, and the job of the subconscious mind is to keep us alive. And the subconscious mind will always try, when we have something new going on and we would like to get something new, it's its job basically to keep us safe. And yeah, it will just like come up with the doubt, the thoughts and everything, and the doubt as well in regards to what it is we would like to create. And it will always tell us a story for us not to buy into it. So yeah, just like, please understand that it's the job of the subconscious mind to keep us safe, and it will come up with some ideas why this is not going to work for you, or why you are not worthy or deserving, and so on. You're just like, just don't listen to it, basically, as well. Yeah, don't understand this. This is happening because of keeping you safe. And then as well, obviously, we need to have faith, persistence, and perseverance, as you did say as well, and hope as well, and go back into this vibration, into these feelings and emotions as well, because these actually as well like important lessons we need in life as well to have them learned and accomplished as well. It's just like it makes life as well like, yeah, just more at ease as well if we have like these things, so that we don't always believe the doubt and so on when it's coming up. And believe me, it is coming up as well. But once we understand why it's there, and that's only trying to keep you safe, and then we can let go of the story and refocus again, you know, go into the faith, you know, it's there for me. And just because as well you assume it, it's done as well, you know, just because you have the ability to think of this, to wanting this to have for you in your life, just the ability to have this connection, it's already granted from God or for the universe, from the universe. It's already there for you. It's just like, really just go into this and expect it as well. And as you said, go out then and walk the walk, talk the talk. I like this expression, no? Yeah.
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 Yeah, you have to walk the talk. Let's say, if you like, let's say, you know, Claudia, when I was when I was looking for a home, it took a long time. It took 6 months for us to move into our home. But the process, because I never gave up, I never focused on anything, we would have simply moved. I love Henley on Thames. So it's like, I don't want to move out of this town. I've lived here for 10 years. So I would love to stay here. But during lockdown, there was no houses. And the houses that they will come up, they will be either outside Henley and things like that. So I just had to, I kept talking to you with Carol Ann, and you guys kept like giving me strength, like things will happen. But when it did happen, in the day when the guy, I call people, they just take their time. But when the guy for the house, he just came back, it was, and I said to him, that's not how you process the application or the buying a house, the selling, that's not, or renting, that's not how you do the process. Because when he came back, I assumed that I already had the house is already here. So when he came back, he wasn't interested to check how much I'm earning. And I was like, that's not how you do the process. Are we not meant to do the process for the house? And he was like, Nomsa, you've been waiting for a very long time. So in my department, I have to go through this department, I have to go through that, but there's been some delay for the people to go and check if the house is safe for people to move in, and also to do everything. So I can't do the process and say it's your house if I have not got the things that I've meant to be done in the house, the report. And when he got that report, and he was like, come and sign the document. And I was like, are you not going to do the process of checking if I can afford the house on all this? It didn't do all those things. And that's when it made me realize, actually, that when things are meant for you, they're meant for you regardless of what you do. So he was like, he gave me the move-in date, and he was like, you can move in on this date. which is this one, like maybe it's 2 weeks time, but any time from now you can move in. But the day where you start actually registering the house and everything, you can register everything now. But when you start paying, that's when it's going to be on this date, which is 2 weeks. Gave me 2 weeks free. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm loving this God business and the law of assumption, because for me it was prayer and fasting. I sort of pray and fast, and at the same time, I'm not those kind of Christians that pray and wait for miracle. I take actions as well. At the same time, I have to do the goals, what I'm supposed to be doing. I continue doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. If I need advice or to do some research, I will continue doing what I'm doing, like what I was doing with you, Claudia and Carol Ann, I needed people just to have my back, so I cannot give up, like accountability. And you kept telling me, Nomsa, keep doing this and keep doing this. And so in the process, you get to where you need to be. I got into music when I was in Africa. For me, it was all about looking up and say, God, you know what I want. And then after that, and then I was like, this thing, because my dad used to teach me the law of assumption and things like that, that you just have to ask the universal God. God will provide what you ask for, provided you're serious with what you want. So I was like, isn't it going overseas would be a nice thing? And then I was like, okay, I ended up here, and my families think I'm crazy, but I believe in myself. And when I got here, I was like, okay, football. Let me find a team to sign up. I've played football, and I just needed somebody to give me a trial. And I went in, and they were like, here's the pitch. You want to play? You want to join our team? And the only thing I needed was to be cleared for international team, because if you play for international team, when you go to a different country, you have to be cleared. Your country have to give permission. So that's what I had to do to get permission actually to play in United Kingdom. So when I got that cleared from the football association, so then that's what I was like, they were like, go, here's the pitch. If you can demonstrate that you are a professional footballer, we sign you up. So I knew I was going to sign up. I was going to be signed up anyway, because I was prepared. So you just have to, when you do this law of assumption, you have to prepare yourself as well, because you can't just say, God, give me a miracle. Or if you believe in the universe, you want a miracle. So what are you going to do with it? In your heart, if there is fear, that is a blockage. It's a mental blockage for that miracle to come forward. So if you need that something to come to pass, the blessings, you have to be ready. And for me, if I'm not ready, I know that I'm not ready for something because of the fear. So I have to work on that fear. And then the fear will go away. I've been wanting to write a book, and sometimes there were times where I'll be like, I don't think I can do this. But this guy, when he entered and said, Nomsa, I need to help you to write a book about what you do. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? And I was like, okay, let's go for it. But I had to work on the fear and believing in myself as well, which took me a few days. And so I don't know about you, Claudia. How do you deal with that? You know what? Today I've learned something as well with my module. We're working on personal intelligence and personality. And we were talking about a big five, and the mental blockage is sometimes it can actually delay things, because if you are repressing your feelings, and then it can delay things that are meant to happen. So what do you think in your own experience, Claudia, and a professional?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what you just described is like basically as well, it's important as well our mindset, you know, the beliefs we have or the programs we have running inside of about certain things in regards to the outside world. Basically as well, our internal reality creates our external reality, not the other way around. So therefore it is important to have just like a catch up as well. So what is going on inside of you, you know? Yeah. What are your beliefs and what's the story as well? You keep telling yourself for why you are afraid maybe as well to get the desired thing or person or the desired outcome as well you would like to create, you know, and therefore actually as well, it's a good exercise and tip as well. With the law of assumption, they say step into this version of you who already lives this life, who already has the relationship, who already has the business, who already lives in the dream house, you know. So you get it, that we step into it where we already are the person we desired to be. And this is as well important to understand that this is being done in the present tense, because the mind again here focuses either in the past or in the future. So the past is basically the subconscious tries to avoid the mistakes and things which happened in the past, so it tries to avoid them. And the future, the subconscious mind is afraid as well. Again, as I said earlier, it's trying to protect us, and new things are scary for the subconscious, and therefore as well it's trying to protect us here, you know. So therefore it's important to step into this assumption, into the person you want to be or the thing you would like to have, and do it in the present tense. So I am, you know, like I am in a beautiful relationship, I live in my dream house, yeah, I have 6-7 figure business, yeah. And there as well, in regards to doing this, but then as well, we need to have the right mindset. We need to have the right mindset in regards to this so that it can be a bit quicker. And we can do this as well by stepping into the relationship, you know. So you are already the person, you assume you have this relationship already. And then please step into this version of you who already is in this place, and then ask from this place, from what is the version of me believing, thinking, you know, how she behaving, you know, yeah, what are her non-negotiables as well, you know, like really go into this version of you, step into it. You can do it as an exercise and then journal, you know, yeah. And then like ask yourself the questions, or the business as well, you know, step into the version of you who already has the successful business and see what type of beliefs does she have in regards to be there, you know. Then adapt those beliefs as well, journal them, you know, really go into this and spend some time as well to unravel, you know, yeah, the internal story and to upgrade it as well, up level, and then live from this place from. Yeah.
Yeah, about beliefs is very, very, very important to actually to use our beliefs. When I'm saying use our beliefs, I'm not talking about belief. It's like the beliefs is beliefs. The universal law of assumption, acting as if you already have it. So you have to ask yourself, if I want to, like, let's say, if I want to believe in me more than I do, I got to know myself. I got to know who Nomsa is. And then if I get to know who Nomsa is, then if I want to be free and get the things that I want in life, I have to figure out what is me, what me is. What is Nomsa? When I say I'm me, what is that is? So if I say let's say I want to, I'm manifesting for 100 grand. So what is this 100 grand? What am I going to do with it? So you have to tell the universe, what is the benefits? What is God going to benefit out of it? And the universe, what is the universe is going to benefit out of it? So all those things is the things that you have to put it out there. And also your achievement in life. If you want the achievement in life, you have to put it out there. But then your mind will challenge you. It's not going to sit there and say, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. The mind might challenge you and say, but you are not good enough. So how are you going to achieve these things? That's when you have to challenge self-doubt and believing that you can be the person that you want to become. You can receive these things that you say you want. I been challenged. I get challenged by people all the time. Sometimes if people say, when I say I want to do something, but now I don't say anything. If I want to do something, I just get on with it and just do it. Because if I say something, people will find 20 reasons to tell me how I'm not qualified, how I'm not good enough. There are some people that are better than you who have tried to do these things, but they have not succeeded. And for me, how I'm able to do things is to believe in myself and to be humble and tell God that I just need a miracle that I don't deserve. And he will grant me that miracle. If my character, it goes with what I desire in life. If I say I want, like right now, I have made I've written my goals. I've got my goals that I need to achieve. I've got clients. My website has not been working. So I have clients that I need a month to actually reach my goals. So I have actually said, God, give me a miracle that I don't deserve. And he comes back to me with a message to show me the things that are actually holding me back. So then it's up to me and my attitude and my character to either take that criticism and change things around, or sometimes it's just to say, give me a helper that will take my life to the next level, a helper that will take my life to the next level. You don't just, there are some Christians, like some pastors who teach you to say, okay, you go and read the Bible. The Bible says, anything you ask in my name, everything will be given to you. Just pray as a Christian and then God will give you what you want. God does not work like that. He makes things happen for you, but you have to work for it. He brings the helpers. He might use Claudia as an angel, and Claudia might say, let's say there's something that I desire in life, but I don't know how to find that breakthrough. So Claudia may come to me and say, Nomsa, I know somebody she might reveal a thing that I'm looking for to me. So then it's up to me to take action and contact those people so that I can receive my miracle. But I have to believe first. I have to believe that miracle has happened. So I'm trying to make sure that when people are manifesting, they just don't fast and not doing anything. I pray, I fast, and I take action. Those are these three steps that my pastor tells me to do. He says, Nomsa, you have to believe that God can do a miracle. You have to believe that your miracles, you were born with them, they are there. But obviously, there is an enemy that he may fight you and tell you that you are not good enough. That enemy is you. So I am the enemy of my own. So I need to make sure that I don't talk me out of the law of assumptions. And when we assume that things have happened, we have to act like it has happened. But don't go and start sleeping with teddy bears. If you are looking for a man, or if you are looking for a woman and put teddy bears next to you, that is an idol. And with that teddy bear is going to block the actually reality thing. So I know some people, some coaches, they say you have to believe and create like a bed on the side, create that. Man, you don't do that. It's an altar. When you create an altar, you're blocking the reality. So you in your mind, you have to welcome the reality. It has happened. And if you go and create an altar, pillows, and say, this is my husband, he's sleeping, I'm imagining he's sleeping it to me, that is a spiritual husband, don't do it. That can affect the reality. So what you do is you imagine and you tell the universe exactly what you are looking for, and you have to be alert. I did that when I met Martin. It was actually so funny. My rules are, I do not date a guy that goes 7 days a week to the gym. He's a player. That's what I heard everyone saying. That was my mindset before I go into psychology. I do not date a guy that goes 7 days, a gym 7 days. I don't date like guys who are really, really good looking and all these things. I have to, because they are players. That's what I was like telling myself, that you are a player. And I'm like, okay, why are you single and things like that? But then when I actually assumed that God has already given me this man, I said my message out loud. God, you know my way is not right. I'm not joking, guys. How I chose many, I was choosing the right guys, but I didn't know how to keep my relationship. So I said to God, you know what I've been through. You know my mistakes. You know my weaknesses and my strength. I was saying out loud in the house, when I want to when I want to use the law of assumption, I say out loud in the house, even if there's people, sometimes my family, they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm fine. So I have to speak. You know what I've been through. You know the mistakes that I make when I choose these guys. So give me the courage, the wisdom to choose the right person, to have that courage in my heart to say, when I'm meeting the wrong guy, to say no. Give me that courage. But it gave me the courage to connect me with somebody that is going to connect me with somebody that is going to connect, align with my personality, my goals, what I want to desire in life. And then I have to eliminate the things that I don't need. I don't need a man that is full of drama. I don't need a man that would tell me that I cannot be who I want to be. So those are the things that I had to put them out there. So when I met Martin, he was so funny. He was everything that I didn't want. But I like the guy anyway. We ended up dating. But the only thing I can tell you is everything that I ask God to eliminate in the guy that I'm going to meet, those things were eliminated. But then it was then up to me. That's where the law of assumption works. Now the law of assumption gives you what you want. So you then have to have the character to keep it. How can you keep it? So you have to work both sides. If you want 100 grand, maybe per week, clients. So you have to know how to manage the finances bit. If you don't know how to manage it, get somebody in. So we're trying to cover everything, get somebody in to help you. So those are the things that you need to do. You can't just say, Gary, give me, because Gary is a very clever man, or the universe is God. So in the law of assumption, we assume that things have already happened and we can be tested. We get the blessings. But if we don't look after those blessings, next time we ask, and God will be like, you're selfish. Work on your selfish, and then I come back to you. So we have to make sure that everything aligns with what we want. What do you think, Claudia? Mm-hmm. You manifested for your house as well.
Yeah, I did actually. The relationship, the house, even as well a cute little perfect dog, if you know what I mean. He's just pleasant and easygoing and relaxing like I am. not like a dog jumping throughout the house and, you know, and you get crazy by him, you know. It's just like really, really looking back. And so as well, like, you know, the audience, I'm sure as well, you know, like just think as well, you know, what actually have you already been manifesting, you know, because actually it's where the truth is, everything is a manifesting as well, you know, like the good things and the negative things again. So just like look back and see what's been going on as well in your life in the past and like now, and all the things you actually attracted into your life, you know. So we are manifesting all the time. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just on a full moon, you know, at 11:11 that we light a candle and we write down the wishes and everything. No, we are manifesting all the time. So the parking spot and the parking ticket, you know, like everything. So just like remind yourself of this as well. And the clarity is important again. So just like be sure what it is you want, and again, not what we don't want, because so often we are like, oh, I don't want this again, and so on. And then guess what? We get more of this because again, the mind can't distinguish between both things. So just like you get what you put out there, basically. Yep. So this is as well important to understand. It's just about understanding, you know. Yeah. Years ago, when I started as well to read The Secret or to watch the movie and so on, I didn't get things, you know. So just like over time, going back into it and finding it actually as well fascinating, because in the end as well, we are the creator of our lives, and it's no one outside. It is all up to us, as well the dramas, but as well the good things. And you did say about the fears, Nomsa, as well. And yes, fears will always come up. And the good thing as well, just expect them, you know, expect them to come up, prepare for them. So then it's just not nothing too surprising, because they will always come up when you step out of your comfort zone into the new stretch zone or into the new zone. Basically, they will always come up. And again, once we understand this as well and we prepare for them, expect them, and then it's just like we can be a bit more steady as well with them, and we won't be thinking right away about giving up and so on. So that's not the point as well. Like really, please stick to it, because there is this story as well, like 3 feet from gold, right, Nomsa? Where the guy, I don't know, I think it was in America or something, he had this farm or the land, and he was drilling because he had the feeling, or he has heard that there will be some oil on his land, but he just stopped right like 3 feet before it actually got into the oil. So he sold the land, and the new owner, you know, got like super rich because the previous one just gave up a bit too early, you know. And the thing is as well, we get a bit some signs that the things we are desiring are coming on our way as well, like that we get a bit excited or nervous as well at the same time. So it's this mix, you know, like a bit anxious, excitement, and it's just mixed. So there are some signs that we have been given and shown to understand as well that the stuff is already there as well. And on a gut level as well, we know it as well, you know. If we are in tune with our gut, our intuition as well, that's like the inner voice who guides us as well, and just like talks to us all the time. If we are in tune with this part of us, we know as well it's there. But obviously the timing with God in the universe is a different timing than we have here in our experience. So it's a different timing. So don't expect, you know, it's just like let go of the timing as well. So like go out there, see what it is you desire, and then as well, important again, let go of the need. For example, let me explain. If you desire more money, you know, and then let go of the need of needing to have this extra money in your life, you know, rather than focus what are you, what is the extra money going to give you, the feeling. And with money, usually it's security, you know, we can do more things with the money as well. We can feel more relaxed in our life. Safety as well, you know. So like, see what you want this new thing to give you as an experience, as a feeling, okay? And then just go, where else in your life already do you feel safe or secure or at ease, a bit more relaxed about it as well, you know, like, and there are areas and examples where you can already live this feeling, you know, you expect the relationship to give you or the money to give you. So go into this feeling and live it, write down the areas where you already get this experience from, and here you go. I mean, you know, by doing this as well, you are letting go on some level as well on the need, you know, like that you need the relationship, that you need the money, because again, you know, it's just not really the most effective thing if we need to have something, if something needs to happen. And you already see when I talk about it, or when we each go into this, it's already the energy, it feels off, kind of, you know, it's just off. It's not really good. It's like more clingy and desperate, and this is just repelling things. It's repelling other people if we are desperate, you know, in a relationship or desperately trying something to sell, or in an interview to sell us. It's just never good energy. So again, just like let go of the need to have something, rather than see what feeling, experience you want this to give you, and see where you already have this in your life, and stay in this feeling as well, and do the things more where you already have this experience in your life. Do more of those things, and meanwhile expect the things, assume it's on its way.
I agree with you, Claudia. Me, when I'm manifesting for money, is never about the money, is the idea. I always pray for the idea. God, give me the idea that is worth 100 grand, 100 or maybe 1 million. Those are the things that I pray for. I never say I need money. I always believe that I always manifest for the ideas, and I believe that the more I go with the ideas, the more the ideas will be revealed to me, and then it's up to me to actually take action and work on those ideas, because no one can just, actually someone on LinkedIn offered me $60,000 for free. And he was like, I thought he was joking. He wasn't joking. During lockdown, actually, when I was fasting, we were fasting for 70 days. And I just prayed. I was just praying and praying. And this guy was my friend. We were been talking for a long time. So he was like, Nomsa, I need you to do something. I thought he was joking. So I was like, okay, what do I need to do? So he was like, just look for something in the UK for me. I need to do this. And when you're done, you can take $60,000. And I thought he was joking. He wasn't. So that's when I believe that actually the character that, you know, it's like never judge anyone. It's like when you're on social media, whatever you do, somebody's watching your character. Somebody is watching your personality. Are you the person that you say you are? Or maybe anybody, if anyone sends you a message saying hi, never ignore them, because you don't know why they are being sent to you. So I don't ignore anyone. So this guy was one of those guys that when I started my business, he was like chatting to me on LinkedIn and giving me some business ideas, and we exchange business ideas, and we just talk as normal. And then during lockdown, and it was like, how are things? I was like, I'm not working. So it was like, okay, nothing is for free. I'm going to give you the work. When you finish the work, you can help yourself with the $60,000, 60,000. And I was like, are you giving me money for free? He was like, yeah, sure, why not? So those are the things that you don't have to judge anyone. And as long, that's why I talk about character. Character is very, very, very important. Whatever you believe that acting as it is already happened, your character has to align with that, because it might come in a different dimension that we don't expect. That gift might come in a different way. So we have to be prepared in all dimensions. Or sometimes God sends people in different ways. So you have to be somebody. That's why I'm saying you have to walk your walk, walk your talk. You don't walk as a single person who is desperate. That's why I teach my clients that if you are looking for love, you have to believe that you deserve that love. If we say, I'm fat, I don't deserve a guy. Or let's say the guy says, I don't think no one will want to date me. Who gives you the right to put yourself on judgment in all those things? So if you're single, then tell God that, you know what, it would be nice to meet somebody that can accept me for me. It would be nice to meet this beautiful woman. You don't have to describe the face. I always say to my clients, never describe the face when you ask the universe, because the universe is the one that has to reveal that face for you. But if you make a decision and say, universe, this is the face that I want. I need a guy with blue eyes. They have to be this, they have to be this. What if the guy of your dreams is the guy with the green eyes, maybe brown eyes? Maybe there's charming men that, like myself, I will be like, oh, I don't go for these guys. And the next thing I find myself, I'm like, okay, this is the right guy. So God proved me wrong. So just walk your talk. When I mean walk your talk, it means your character has, looking for love, have the love character. Harmonize the love. Speak to people. Meet people. Don't judge yourself and say, I'm not good enough. I'm not good in conversation. The weather is nice outside. See Nomsa, say, hi, Nomsa. How you doing? You know what? It's a beautiful day today. Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous, is it? And then the conversation started. Where do you live, by the way, Nomsa? Oh, I live in this place, this area. Wow. I'm just around the corner. Or maybe I live in London. Wow, would you like to visit London one day? Yes, sure. What did you have in mind? Don't question the universe and say, why is this guy so nice to me? Or why is this girl so nice to me? Wow. When did you have in mind? When can I visit then? When are you free? Well, the guy would start checking his diary, ladies, and say, okay, by the way, next weekend, I'm free. Are you free? Even if you're not free, you have appointment with maybe family members, they can wait. They'll say, you know what? I'm free on that day. So I love to come. And just go on that day and have fun. No, don't question the universe, because if you believe that things have happened, your character has to be like that. I've seen girls that they tell me they're single. I'm going out with them. The guy comes in, and the poor guy says, hello, ladies. And they're like, oh, why is he being nice? What is it? Why is he eating? Is he on something? I'm like, the guys, they have to. So sometimes, or maybe women, girls, sometimes they just want to say hello to the guys. Not because they fancy or anything, just talks. And just have that conversation. That's the character that I mean. You have to walk it and talk it. You have to harmonize love. If it is business, you believe that the business is already bring sales, or you already, there's something that you want to change in the business, you have to behave like a business, somebody who is looking for information. LinkedIn, talk to people. People send you message, don't judge them. Hello, how you doing? See how they respond. If they are responding not the way you expect, then you can excuse yourself and say thank you very much. But it never judge anyone by its cover, because everybody that comes in a way, there's a something that they come to teach us, or there's a gift that they want to give us. So just be prepared. Like, I'm a businesswoman. I'm always ready for change. I'm always ready for somebody who comes to me and say, Nomsa, I have a business idea. I listen. What's the idea? There's a guy I was talking to yesterday, is telling me about his business ideas. What is it called? The healthy products, the cream products. I was like, I've already got that. We in the family we have. So I showed him the website that we've already have that, the products. We've already created products, and now they need to be waiting to be actually, they're on sale now. So maybe they might be on Boots one day. So all that process is going through. So I was like, yeah, we already, if the website, my website goes up, the website is already there, so people can click and just go and buy products as well. So I was like, I'm always ready for business. If it's a business that aligns with what I do, what I don't do is going to outside of where I'm supposed to be. If it's a business that aligns with matchmaking, which is coaching, speaking, so many things that goes with what I do. So I'm always ready for it. I don't know about you, Claudia. So you have to walk it and talk it and wait for miracles to happen. But we don't do this thing where we pray to God, we say, God, thank you, God, give me the blessings. And God says, okay, I'm going to give you the blessings, and then we wait. Don't do nothing. Say, I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and God is going to do miracles. We don't do that. We have to implement, take action, implement, and do the things that are necessary, that needs to be done.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can't just sit there and do nothing and just play. It's not working like this. So we have to go out there. This is a physical body, and the body needs to go out there and do like and do the action steps as well, but we want as well to distinguish here, to try as well to go into the aligned action steps, go a bit more within you, see what is an aligned action step like. You will feel it's a bit more aligned with you. It feels more flowy, ease as well. You will get the messages as well. It's this is going within and asking your inside version, the higher self or the intuition as well. And these forms always want you to help, so if you go within and ask the questions, what action steps, aligned action steps, do I need to be doing in regards to get me to this outcome, and so on. And something else as well, if you are good to do this exercise, I said earlier as well, to step into this future version who already, has this thing in her life. Ask her, go into this version. If you're good with meditating and imagining and so on, go in there and ask her, what action steps did she do or he do, which brought you to that, desire and the goal. So this is as well very good. And then as well, just be open, as you said, be open, because the universe is always working on our behalf as well, behind the scenes. Sometimes we don't even see it and don't believe it and so on, but actually, it's just always working on our behalf. And when we are clear the things we would like to have as well, it's always important to put down there as well these things or something better, you know. So just like sometimes we are not even capable of to understand what actually the universe wants to bring to us, you know, what miracles or greatness it has in store for us, so we can limit ourselves as well. So therefore state your put your clarity in as well, and then this is something better, and then just give it away, and you'll be surprised as well that just like the universe actually wants to give you so much more than you're actually asking for.
Don't question your abilities. That am I good enough to do this? It's like if you see Bill Gates, he had the courage with his friends. He knew that the idea that he had, it was $1 billion idea, but they didn't worry about where they're gonna start this idea. They just started it. And don't worry when you're doing something, don't worry about, am I actually good enough? Or this idea that I'm asking, that I'm being shown that I could be this, I could do this idea, but maybe I don't have an office, or maybe I don't have this, I don't have this. Don't worry about it. Any idea that comes from God or the universe, God is the universe, there will be options for you. Life gives us options. It will come to pass regardless whether you don't have an office or whether you don't have, you just get on with it. Honestly, just get on with it. Don't go around and talking to people and say, you know, I have this idea, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Just get on with the idea. Show people the idea, what you can do, instead of doubting yourself. Because if you believe in something and you want something to work, and you are looking for this beautiful woman or this beautiful man, what's on the inside of a man is greater than what's on the outside. And then you look at this man and you are like, and the man tells you what he does, and you are like, am I good enough for this man? Or you are a woman and the woman tells you what he does. Maybe he does, she's got a better job than you, or she's educated more than you, and you think, how am I don't think I'm good enough. And then you do a run and just start making excuses, and the woman send you text, and you look at the text and you're like, I don't think she's gonna, you just make these assumptions. I don't think she's gonna like me. You find 100 reasons why you shouldn't return the text, and the man finds 20 reasons why women like this one. Man, he says, the women this type, I don't think they're my type. I don't think they can accept me. Guess what? God, anything that comes from God, a true gift that is meant for you, it will be better than what you expect. So that's all I can tell you, that a true gift that comes from God or that comes to the universe, it will be a gift that you don't expect, that it will be a miracle. That's why when I say, I'm like, God, give me undeserved miracles. Undeserved miracle is the things that I don't expect, is the things that I don't believe that I can have them, but God has that faith for me. So it is for me asking him, say, God, have faith in me. Give me what you believe that I can handle, which is what is written in my book of life. Everybody's book of life is unique. It hasn't got, I'm not this, I'm not this. It's got beautiful things. So you have to claim it yourself. And when you claim that blessing and you believe that blessing has already happened, then you will receive those blessings. It might take time than you expect, but you have to believe that it has already happened. You have to believe that God is on your side, the universe is on your side, and you have to believe that you are good enough. The idea for me, when I pray, I just say, God, give me the idea about my business and Ngozi Talk Shows. He gave me the idea. And what I have noticed, I thought, this is so creepy. And every time I pray and I say, God, show me anyone that is in my life that is wasting my time. Can you actually fall upon me? The anointing of God fall upon me. Anything that is there to cause a distraction is either the speaker tells me, Nomsa, I'm out, or something else goes. So at the time, I kept thinking that was me. And then I realized actually it's my prayer. I am actually kicking people out because people are trying. They are not there to stay. They are actually there to try things to see whether it's for them or it's not for them. But with my prayer, I say, God, anything that is causing distraction, show me my path. Is my path, am I meant to have 2 speakers or 3 speakers at Ngozi talk shows? Are we meant to be 3? Or are we meant to be 4? Or are we meant to be this? Show me anything that is in my life that is wasting my time. And that's when sometimes I will get up in the morning and I see a message and I'm like, hey, okay, that was that. So I didn't realize it was Carol Ann who said, Nomsa, you need to listen to your prayers. So sometimes I tell her what I'm praying in the week. And then when I start complaining and she goes, go back to your prayer. She was like, you need, and that's when I'm realizing actually our words, they become things, like Bob Proctor says, they become things. For me, when I pray, there are times where I say, God, show me anyone that is in my life, not for my own benefits. And when I do that, I fast for a week or 7 days. The person that I thought was like close to me, it was like here to stay, they'll kick off with something, or they just like something will happen. But there are those people that I have known for a very, very long time, that are real, that are true. And Carol Ann was reminding me, she said to me, and I was like, oh, somebody's leaving. And she was like, have you noticed? And I was like, I noticed what now? She was like, look at the speakers that have left. Nomsa, is the speakers that began with you. When you were crying, they were there. So those are the people that are there now. And that's why you pray for God to give you genuine people. I manifest for genuine people. I don't want people wasting my time. Even in business, in friendship, I manifest for genuine people. Even if God can give me that one person, that's all I ask for, nothing else. So you guys can try, the audience is 11 minutes past, you guys can try it. And when you try it as well, make sure your character goes with what you are asking God to do, or what you are asking the universe to do. For me, I am somebody who believes in God. I believe that God created the universe, and the universe is God. And I believe that God is a person that I have to go to him with my problems, and I have to be direct. I don't have to mumble my words. If it is the business idea that I need that is going to take my business to the next level, I have to tell him that my life is not where it needs to be. Show me anything that can move me forward. Or I request the guy himself. Raw power of God. This is the prayer that I always say. Raw power of God, fall upon me right now. So when you say this prayer, you can't think about what you eaten yesterday. You can't think about what you are going to eat, who didn't call you, who is supposed to call you. Your mind has to focus like as a meditation when you call him out. And he might not appear that same time when I'm talking about Christians right now. He might not appear when you need him that time, or he might appear when you don't expect, or he might just pop like a balloon, like Kamau pops in a Ngozi talk show, show you what you need to do. And then you have to be prepared. When you say this prayer, you have to be prepared, because sometimes it will be the news that you don't expect. he may want you to twist things around, or sometimes he might show you things that are bigger than you. So you have to be prepared to actually, when you call him out, raw power of God. If you want to understand what does this mean, there is on YouTube by Dr. Olukoya. So you can listen to it. He explains when you call God what it means to call him out. The power, when you call his power, what does it mean? So you can understand it, what it means. It works. It works. There are some things that I wanted to do in life, and then I thought I'm not good enough. And I just I do a test to see if, and just believe in it. And when I believe, I get my strength laid out, and I get my weaknesses laid out, and I get to show the outcome. This is what I need to do. Is then up to me to believe that, yes, I can do this. If you want to build an aeroplane, you can call him out. He will show you what you need to do, the tools you need to do to build an aeroplane. And then you have to believe it that you can do it. So that's how it works. Mm-hmm. So this prayer, you can use it. If anyone wants it, you can let me know, send me a message. I'll send you the link. It works. Mm-hmm. As long as you don't think about who dumped you, who wasn't there for you, you just have to focus on him. It does work. And also, Claudia, do you have any words of encouragement for our audience? What has worked for you when it comes to the law of assumptions and acting as you've already had it?
Yeah, just one more important thing as well, you touched on it for a bit, is we have to know the why we want something and the what, what and why we want it, but not the how, because sometimes as well with the aeroplane, we might already get a bit disheartened. Yeah, but how am I going to do that? How am I going to get there? But that's not our job. Okay. So for us, it's just the what we want and why. Okay. And the how is going to be shown to us, because as well, so many people out there, successful people who started at some point, they did not know how they would get where they are at right now. Yeah, they just started somewhere, they knew what it is they wanted, and then they just did like action steps, aligned action steps, and so they have been shown as well the way, how to get there. So the how is not a job.
Thank you so much, Claudia. And would you like to tell the audience where they can find you, please?
Absolutely. Well, they can, yes. They can find me as well for you. I'm Claudia Frischer. I am as well on LinkedIn. I'm a mindset coach, intuitive theta healer as well, and Facebook as well. I've got my company, it's Shine Your Brilliance, and this is where you can find me. Thank you as well so much for today listening. And just
thank you so much, everyone. I hope you guys, you will manifest what you desire in life, and it will come to pass as long as you're willing to do the work and you're willing to walk the talk. As a single woman, if you're looking for love, please, guys, walk like a single lady. A single lady means you say hello to people. You don't look desperate. You don't get desperate. You smile. Everywhere I live, they call me with a lady with the earphones, but smiling. I don't miss my neighbors. I'm always with my earphones, but when I see people coming past, it's hi. I take my earphones off. I say hello, and just check on them if they are okay. And then I move on with my music. And when that lady with the earphones is not there, and they're like, "We've not seen you for a long time. Are you still here?" I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. Just I've been busy. So just your character, you have to walk your talk. You have to walk your walk. Single woman, how do single women walk? You don't drive all the time. Give yourself some time to get on the train. Breathe. Give yourself some time and maybe walk to town. Just talk to people. Go to the places where, like, sports places. That's where these guys hang out. Steaks, where they find where the single guys live steak. Now is summer, is hot. They like to go where they can have a nice meat. Just look at good places, ladies and men. Girls likes to dress up and they like to go to nice and dining and nice restaurant, nice places. And when you see that beautiful girl, don't look at her and worry about them rejecting you. If somebody says, no, I'm taken, or no, I'm busy, at least you tried. It's a confidence. Boosting your confidence is not a rejection. Just say hi to people. And if you see a girl that you like, just stop them. Say, do you live around here? And if they say yes, start the conversation. And that's why our parents got married. They didn't get married because they went on apps. They got married because they were talking to people. So those are the things that we are losing in the society, where people are just scared of talking to people. So for me, that's what I leave you with. Walk your talk. A single woman, or if you are somebody who wants to actually get promotion, work with like somebody who wants promotion at work, come in early, be the last one to leave. Then the owner of the company will be wanting, if you have the ideas, go present them to the owner of the company, and they want to promote you. Like myself, I'm always up for people with ideas. I don't really hold people to say, oh no, I'm this. No, you have an idea, come and show me the idea. I'm willing to pay you for the idea. And that's all I can say. God bless, guys. Live with grace. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. UK time.
Bye-bye.